So what do you want to ask it? I've got it.
When was this prophecy written or said, and was it fulfilled?
When was the prophecy in
whatever
Ezekiel?
Ezekiel 38, is it?
Yeah.
38. When was it given? And when was it fulfilled?
I might have a coffee.
Okay.
That's all right.
That's okay. Thanks, Victor. That's all right.
Spurial?
Yeah. When was the prophecy in Ezekiel 38 given, and when was it fulfilled? The prophecy in Ezekiel 38, often referred to as the prophecy of Gog and Magog, was given during the 6th century BCE, and it has not been definitively fulfilled, according to most interpretations. Here's a breakdown. When was the prophecy given? Historical context: the book of Ezekiel was written by the prophet Ezekiel, who was among the Jewish exiles taken to Babylon after the fall of Jerusalem in 586.
I can't hear you.
Timing: Ezekiel 38 likely dates to around 585 to 570 BCE during the Babylonian exile. It's part of the final section of Ezekiel, chapters 33 to 48, which contains oracles and hopes.
Babylon?
In Babylon. Ezekiel was in Babylon.
Can you not go so fast?
Sorry, Ezekiel was in Babylon.
You're not AI, you're just smart.
Yeah. Did you get that? Ezekiel was in Babylon. Yeah.
Ezekiel was in Babylon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Part of the final section of Ezekiel, chapters 33 to 48, which contains oracles of hope and restoration. When was it fulfilled? Short answer: it has not been clearly fulfilled in history. Many view it as a prophecy concerning a future event, possibly apocalyptic or eschatological end times. Interpretive views. Here are the main ways people interpret its fulfillment. Number one, a futurist view. This is common in evangelical Christian eschatology. This sees Gog and Magog as end times enemies of Israel who will attack in the latter days. It is believed by some to refer to a future coalition of nations, possibly including Russia, Iran, etc., who will attack Israel before the second coming of Christ. And others say it is not yet fulfilled. Number two, the preterist historical view. Some scholars try to associate the prophecy with historical invasions, such as by the Scythians, or later threats like the Seleucid Empire, but there is no clear match in ancient history. Most of these interpretations are speculative and do not have strong historical grounding. Then we have the Jewish interpretation, number three. Traditional Jewish readings often see Ezekiel 38 to 39 as a symbolic or future apocalyptic war between good and evil, leading to the Messianic age. And then the last one is number four, symbolic, idealistic view. Some scholars interpret the prophecy symbolically as representing the ultimate defeat of evil and vindication of God's people, rather than a literal war. Yeah, I like that. The key takeaway is that no definitive historical fulfillment has been given, most interpreted as future or symbolic. Let me know if you want a breakdown of the nations mentioned in Ezekiel 38 or how they relate to modern geography or theology. So you got the Christians, the scholars, and you got the Christians, the secular scholars, and the Jewish point of view.
When you dwell on that a bit, what do you guys come up with?
Well, despite what world wars and conflicts go on, I've always viewed it as a bit of a good versus evil. Just like I view the Ezekiel temple as, because it's a scriptural temple, it's not what the world or the Jews is saying is their temple. Ezekiel's talking about the last temple. And it gives all the specifics and blueprints of it and everything, and that's why they're tying it in with that, saying Alahim gave Ezekiel this prophecy, therefore this is a scriptural temple that's going to happen. Well, yeah, that's true, but I don't think it's a bricks and mortar. I believe it's our temple.
Is that in there?
I can't remember.
The prophecy you're talking about?
I can't remember.
I
don't know.
Oh.
But my point was just like I interpret the temple as being us, I interpret all these wars to be more of a good versus evil. Because the world and religion is interpreting this as who's going to take over the holy real estate, but that it actually isn't the holy real estate. It's not the divine real estate. This is. So that's why I interpret it all spiritually. I'm not saying Russia and Iran, I'm not saying all that's not happening, but I guess because I don't fully understand it, I'd rather take the high ground. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So
if you're going to debunk anything, you've got to
know your stuff.
Yeah, know your stuff and go right in there. So what do you girls get out of what AI has said to you?
Not much, actually.
Yeah?
I didn't get much out of it. I don't even know what this is really all about, so once we get into it, I might.
Remember that sermon we were watching and how they were saying the Jews are going to come back based on the prophecy in Ezekiel 38, which says, despite, he didn't say divorce, but despite everything that they've been through and they're hated and they're holocausted and they're everything, they're this, they're that, they're this, they're that, they're judged. But these remember the Jewel sermon? He said they're going to come back. He's going to give them the same favor, grace, whatever that he's given us. And when he said that, I said, yeah, if they come in, he doesn't care what the bloodline is. If they come in, but he's just saying because they're Jews, because they're the lost tribes, they're going to come back in, based on this prophecy. You haven't read the prophecy though. We haven't gone through that yet. But that's what it's talking about. They're using this prophecy in Ezekiel to say Jews are going to come back.
I understand all that.
That's where we're up to, really.
I'd need to go through this properly before I can
make up your mind what you feel.
Yes.
But you heard him.
I heard what AI said, and they're taking that from the knowledge that's in the world, saying this hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether I agree with that yet, because he's talking about it's going to happen in the last days in Revelation, where the battle of Armageddon or the battle of Magogon.
Well, it's not impossible for Yahuah to pass a prophecy on in those days about the last days. It's not impossible.
No.
Yahuah has the power to do that if he wants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
That's as far as I went with it. I could see that's the worldview. I want to know what the truth is behind it all, and this is what we're going to discuss.
Could you go a bit deeper into what you mean by the world view?
Well,
like you're only just saying that,
yeah.
But can you go a bit deeper what you mean about that?
Well, AI takes all their information and knowledge from what's what's accepted and what's been put out by the people on
It's been fed
what's been
to
fed.
AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so their
Programmed.
knowledge and information is limited to the mindset of the world that's been fed into it.
Whose knowledge?
AI's knowledge.
Men.
Oh, man, yeah, what man has said, what the
Well,
doctrines
it's all
of men.
that.
Yeah,
Everything you just said, it's all been compiled together and fed to AI
yeah.
so it can
Summarise it
an
all.
opinion.
Summarise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give us a summary. So that summary is,
So why wouldn't you believe that just straight off?
because it's the mindset of man-made things.
And what's wrong with that?
It's not spiritual. It's not Yahusha's mindset,
Uninspired.
Eh?
Uninspired.
and it's not the truth of Scripture.
Mm.
It's been taken out
Manipulated.
by the mixture that's in religion that it's been fed.
Mm.
So you
Yeah.
think AI is corrupt because it has no knowledge of what it's been fed. It's just acting on what it's been fed and giving the information on what it's been fed. AI says to us, I'm not spiritual.
Yeah.
I cannot be spiritual.
Yeah.
Mm.
I cannot see a spiritual perspective.
Yeah, because it's been fed a mixture. It hasn't been fed
You're only
the pure
going to
word.
get a condensed version
Mm.
of what men think.
Mm.
Mm.
You're going
Yeah.
to take the best of those unless you ask AI more questions.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Do you have any questions you want to ask AI when you look at this? What it's been fed, so you wouldn't trust it.
No. I trust it to spark
Not
conversation.
100%.
So you've got all the information here, you've never looked at it before, really. You've read it, but you've never looked at it
No.
in the light that we're looking at it.
No.
What the world is saying, what the videos are saying, what they're pumping out to everybody.
Mm.
Yeah.
Most people in the world would not know. So we're going to look at what actually
Mm.
video says. Now we've got an idea. It was written in 500, 600 BC,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what it said.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that was when they were in Babylon or have come out of
Yeah.
Babylon?
They were still in Babylon, 585 to 570 BC, during the Babylonian exile.
Right.
He was one of the prophets. I think he was after Daniel,
Yeah.
or at the same time. Yeah.
Would be the same time because Daniel lived a long time
Yeah, you're right.
and he was
He stayed there.
second in charge for
Yeah.
about 3 kings, I think.
Yeah. And Daniel never went back.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Ezekiel did. But they were prophesying going back. So they were only in captivity for about 100 years because of the 70-year prophecy. So yeah, you're right, the exact same time.
So as far as you know, they were in captivity for...
He was supposed to be 70, but they didn't realise until a decade or so after that. And Daniel went, hey, hang on, we're supposed to be going back. And I think they say it's around 100 years. And then most of the Jews didn't even bother going back.
Right, so then they went back.
Hmm.
Who are they?
Oh,
That's right.
small portion
Yeah.
of people who wanted to go back. Small
Why did
portion.
they want to go back?
Because those who weren't happy with the new Babylonian swill of synagogues and new religion, they still yearned for their homeland and their temple and their sacrifice. They wanted to feel clean. And it was only the sacrifices that made them clean and the feasts and all that. That's how they had their relationship. So they needed a temple.
They went back to rebuild the temple
Exactly.
For who?
for themselves,
For
basically.
whose grand entrance?
Yahusha.
Turned up the money
Yeah.
tables.
Yahusha.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was
What are you
you.
smiling at? Are you allowed to
Turned up
smile?
the temple.
Yes,
It's just
come
serious
loud.
talk, serious stuff.
Alright, okay.
So when we look at that, what do we see? What idea are we getting? And then Herod took over, didn't he?
Mm.
Yeah.
And he made everything beautiful. Palace,
Yeah.
land around it, everything was prosperous.
Mm.
He was into the beauty of everything.
The thing is with, and I haven't really read it, but the thing is with most of these prophecies is they were fulfilled practically with, you know, Bob and Harry, who had a fight in the desert. They were fulfilled, and then they had a lot of them have a future prophecy as well. If you choose to believe that, chances are most of these have already been fulfilled. You know, like
Like the battles.
physically. You know, Bob and Mug,
So-
you know, Gog and Magog and all this stuff.
Bob and Harry
Yeah,
fulfilled it.
yeah. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a
Gog and Magog.
yeah. So
So who are Gog and Magog? We've been reading the Revelation backwards.
mm,
What's happened to them?
They were destroyed.
Who
They
are
were.
they?
they were nations. The demon spirits out of the pit are influencing the kings. The kings are bringing all this together to fight some entity who
And
is
Yahusha went,
yeah.
You went bing.
that's it.
You're gone.
Well, that's what all this NASA and NATO and all these things are getting ready for. Some global. We're not going to be destroyed. We've got underground bases and we've got things on other planets almost. You know, we've got, you know, what's he plans?
Doomsday.
Doomsday plans and yeah. So they're ready for the next thing to fall out of the sky.
So you know all that's going on.
Mm,
Just remembering how AI has been fed
mm.
with the mindset from where do you think it is?
The
Most
Jewish-
knowledge comes from the conquerors, which are the biggest religions in the world.
Have you asked AI that?
No, I'm just assuming.
Well, that'd be interesting to find out.
Where
Where
did
does
you-
all the knowledge come from that you are giving us about this prophecy being fulfilled in later generations than what it was given? Is that in your programming? And if so, who does that programming for you?
Where does all the knowledge come from that you are programmed with regarding this prophecy? Who programs you?
Yeah.
Great questions. Let's unpack them clearly and honestly.
Yeah.
Where does my knowledge come from? My responses are based on a combination of one, training on a vast data set. I was trained on a mixture of licensed data, publicly available data, and data created by human trainers.
Hey?
This includes texts from books, encyclopedias, websites, and religious commentaries up to my cutoff date, which was June 2024. It's interesting, my cutoff date. I
So
thought
that's
it
when
would be.
have been released.
But I thought it was sourcing stuff now, fresh stuff now. Maybe
No,
not.
they've given it all it needs.
Okay. Been a lot of stuff put in the world in the last year, though.
Yeah.
For topics like Ezekiel 38, this includes biblical texts and translations, academic and theological commentaries, Jewish, Christian, and secular interpretations.
So it wouldn't have changed much since they were cut off.
No.
No.
Historical and archaeological data. Number 2, no direct access to the internet or proprietary. No direct access to the internet or proprietary databases unless a web tool is explicitly used. So I don't search live. There's the answer to my question. I don't search live. I generate responses based on patterns I've seen in my training data. Did not know that. I thought it was searching live. Well, this is ChatGPT anyway. I think if you pay for expensive ones, they might search live, but this is the free base model.
Yeah.
Well, Google Gemini AI is supposedly
Live?
searches.
Was
Live.
it?
So,
All right.
rather than going into a new topic, have you finished?
No.
All right.
Who programs me? I was developed by OpenAI, an artificial intelligence research and deployment company. You know how on all your YouTube things, Elon comes out and says, we've got a new AI and we've got a new AI and we've got a... And at the beginning I'm thinking, aren't they all the same? No, they're all got different skills. But this one's been around for a while, so I'd say it's the base OpenAI.
So they can get the knowledge they need from other AIs.
Yeah.
So the AIs are working together to get more
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah. And they'll probably, because I've had them say, we don't go into specific websites, or we don't scan videos, or we don't, but some would. I'm an artificial intelligence research and deployment company. I wasn't programmed in the traditional sense, like hard coding facts, but instead I was trained using machine learning, especially a method called transformer-based deep learning. Transformers. This means I learn patterns. I learn language, facts, reasoning, and argument structures from the massive amount of data mentioned above. Think of it like this. I'm not reading a Bible commentary live, but I've been trained on thousands of them, and I generate responses based on the statistical patterns and ideas I saw across those sources. Yeah.
In other words, you can take the best of whatever's there,
Yeah.
and the main thoughts that men are having at the moment, and put them towards us.
The best, most intelligent scholar ever alive, but it's still man-made. Yeah. Regarding prophecies like Ezekiel 38, when I talk about biblical prophecy, I draw from scriptural texts, historical context, interpretive traditions, from different faith backgrounds, Christian, Jewish, academic, scholars. I don't have personal beliefs and I don't know spiritual truths.
Doesn't sound like that.
Yeah, I don't have. I reflect what people across time and cultures have written and believed about these texts.
Yeah, so it takes in all that.
So if you've got, I don't know the numbers, but if you've got, say, 4,000 Christians, 2,000 Muslims, and 1,000 of someone else, most of your printed documents is going to be from the 4,000. And that's it. You're going to get like
You know what I think of that?
biased.
You know what I think of that?
No.
It's very intelligent and smart. But here are we, with the Word and the presence of Yahusha's Spirit in us.
Exactly.
We can ask Him
Yeah.
for the answers
That's good.
as we go through. That's what I think.
Yeah.
When you look at the background of all this, very clever.
Yeah.
It's just like having an encyclopedia to help you do your job.
Yeah.
So you can find out everything, what year, what went on, what the
Yeah.
clothes were like, what the food was like. You can find out all that,
Nothing's
where it was in history. You can gather all that information, and then you can go through the scripture with the Spirit. And He said, I will reveal all things to you. So what's going to be revealed to us by the Spirit through this study is very interesting to me. But I'm glad Victoria brought up the point of what it's all worldly men's knowledge.
Yeah.
So I remember about Strong's, the interpreters, when we found out that, these guys were not filled with the Spirit when they interpreted the languages, and they chose words that they thought suited their mindset. So we're all under that, not knowing. Only the Spirit can reveal that to people.
Yeah.
And people today are not in tuned enough to have that belief, to trust what the Spirit's going to say to them.
Yeah.
This is a whole much higher and greater thing than AI.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. I'm allowed as a man to know the origin of where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to ask him more questions. He's already told us
Yeah.
where it's all coming from and who he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I'm not going to be ripped off
No.
by AI.
No.
I'd rather go to the source. Now, we haven't looked at this. We've just seen videos about this prophecy and how they've interpreted. I just want us to go over it and see if we agree with the interpretation, because many of them are so confusing.
Yeah.
And they add different pieces that aren't true, like the red heifer.
Yeah.
You know, there's a few more today we were watching that are like that on Daniel's 7-year prophecy again, or the 7-day prophecy, you know. 6 days he worked, the 7th. Went through one of them today. That was very interesting. But there's lies in there, deceivers, direction turning things to make people think something. And I find that's coming all the time, only that we have the true source higher than AI that we can trust in. So this is what it's all about, trusting his word and trusting that his spirit will open. He says, ask and you'll receive. We're asking to receive the fuller understanding from this. So I am doing this for a purpose.
Yeah.
Tell the
Others.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't get ripped off.
Yeah. So they can see how they can handle things. You heard Therese say, yeah, I see what you're saying, but I can't make up my mind till I go through this. She's communing with the spirit. She wants to find out. She's interested, wants to find out inside herself.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So is this a whole chapter?
Yeah, because I
It's
wasn't
not very long.
I wasn't sure where the prophecy begun.
Whether the what?
Where the prophecy that they're referring to begun.
Oh.
So
Well, we can come back and ask AI if we need to know anything.
Yeah.
It's our servant.
Yes. It is.
So this is doing the hard peddling.
Yeah.
So welcome, brothers and sisters. Hope you're going to enjoy this. We are.
Yeah.
We just want to see if what they're saying on what is it called? YouTube.
Yeah.
Whether it's true or not, because so much stuff on YouTube is up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna do it, or take turns, or what?
Which version would you prefer to read from? There's 2 there.
2. You can do
Let's
both.
do both.
All right.
So do 4 verses each.
Okay.
It says the prophecy starts in the very first verse.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Great.
Okay, Ezekiel 38. And the word of the Lord, or Yahuah, came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, and the chief priest of Meshech and
Tubal.
and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord, or Yahuah Alahim, Behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief priest of Meshech and Tubal.
Tubal.
Sorry.
It's all right.
And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company of
Bucklers.
and shields, all of them handling swords.
Okay, so can we look at ask AI about Gog, prince of Meshech and Tubal. Who is Gog?
Gog in Ezekiel 38 is described as a prophesied invader of Israel, a leader from the land of Magog. He is identified as the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal.
Yeah.
While some biblical scholars debate the exact identity of Gog, some common interpretations include a historical figure, a symbolic representation, a future leader. Regardless of the specific interpretations in the context of Ezekiel 38, Gog is consistently portrayed as a powerful adversary whom Alahim will ultimately defeat to demonstrate his holiness and power to the nations.
Well, if you look in the world today, and you remember the study in Revelation about Gog and Magog, so it's Gog of Magog.
Yeah.
It's Gog of Magog.
Yes.
Gog of Magog.
Mm.
Say that one
Gog of
Gog of Magog.
quickly.
Magog.
God of my God, God of my God, God,
Yeah.
God.
So it's Gog of Magog.
Yeah.
When you think of the drying up of some place,
Euphrates.
The Euphrates, yeah.
where is that?
That's
That's near Libya and Iran and
yes,
Iraq and Syria and
Libya.
Can you get a map of where the Euphrates River is?
I looked one up this morning to put it on our video from the other night. Remember we were talking about it?
Yeah.
And I didn't know what I was talking about, so I put a map up. So we were right. Russia's here and China's even bigger over here. In reverse. For you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
PH.
Can you, one of you ask, oh you can't,
Yeah, I can.
ask what land would Magog be today?
Yeah, good question. What
It
land?
starts. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
The
go on.
Euphrates and
Get a roll on.
the Euphrates starts in Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
Up there, comes down through Syria, and goes through Iraq, where Baghdad is. Baghdad, and goes down into the Gulf, Kuwait City.
All right, so that's along the river. Yeah.
And it's parallel with the Tigris River.
What land is on the other side of the Euphrates today?
The other side is, sorry, doesn't show it. We're getting there.
And what have you got, Mark?
I've got
Yeah, Iran.
Iran. I said, what land would Gog of Magog be in today?
Yeah.
Great question. It's one of the most debated in biblical prophecy circles. Sparked lots of argument. Most scholars and interpreters agree that Magog was a region located north of Israel. However, how far north and who lived there has led to different interpretations. The popular evangelical view is that it is talking about Russia. Magog is seen as a tribal ancestor of people who settled in Eurasia, steppes, Scythians. Scythian, is that Scythians or Scythians?
Scythians.
Yeah, Scythians. Nomadic warriors, Central Asia and Russia. Prominent in dispensational and Christian eschatology. Summary, in this view, Gog is a leader from a modern day Russia.
So Gog is north of Euphrates River.
Yes.
Yes. And that's Russia's straight on top.
And who's east?
East is
Iran.
East is China. northeast.
Well, right over is China, but we've got Iran first. It's big.
Iran is quite
It's
large.
huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Persia.
Academic and Christian views say that it is Turkey. Is that Iran?
No,
Turkey.
it's Turkey.
Turkey's north.
Well, they say it's Turkey. Ancient sources like Josephus identify Magog with Scythians, Northern Asian Minor. Meshech and Tubal are connected with regions in eastern Anatolia, Assyria,
So it's easily
Greek.
solved if we look today who has got a powerful army that can come across the Euphrates River.
China.
Mm.
I
And
would say, and Russia.
the third view
Well,
is
China
Central
and
Asia.
Russia are the two communist countries.
And they're
And-
supporting Iran.
They're working
They
the
support
oil.
each other.
They're working the oil together.
Yeah,
So you know what Trump is doing about that?
trying to destroy that.
Little baby drill.
Well, drill, yeah, but he's bringing down the price of oil, so they'll run out.
Mm. Mm.
So Russia's going to lose its economy.
Mm.
That's what Trump is doing to Russia now.
Mm. And the last view is that it is Central Asia. That would be China, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So you're right. It's spot on.
Okay. Now we know down the Euphrates River, there's China, there's Russia.
And the symbolic view is that it is a collective enemy of God. So if it's all those kings from Russia, China,
Communists, all against.
Communists.
Yeah.
so if Revelation's going to happen literally, as we've been reading, they're all from all those countries going to come
Yeah.
together and
But what's Yahusha going to do when they march with all their
Oh.
weapons?
yeah,
Done. Yeah.
from the
He handles it.
fire in his eyes.
So in those 3-4 verses, we all have lots of knowledge about things, and when we put it together, what are we coming to? What's our knowledge here in those first 4 verses?
Sorry, can I add this bit?
Yep.
Who was Magog? In Genesis 10, Magog is listed as one of the sons of Japheth, which is European. Sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog. These were names associated with tribes around the Black Sea, Caspian Sea, Asia Minor. So, that didn't really add anything, sorry. Still the same. Still the same. Back to what you were saying.
You happy?
Yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm settled now.
What's the problem with you with China?
I don't know anything about China. I don't have a problem.
Yeah, but you're saying it's north, meaning Russia, and I'm saying it's going to come from the east, China.
Well, that's still north, so you're right.
So I'm looking at which country,
Mm.
out of all those Iranians and Turkey, which country has the most powerful armies?
I don't know.
It's China and Russia.
You know.
China has.
Yeah,
Does it?
both
Yeah.
of them have.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what does it look like, Gog and Magog?
They're both at Gog and Magog.
China and
They're both Gog, and they're in the land of Magog. That's what it says.
North.
Gog, the land of Magog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, because those descendants would have spread. Yeah.
So the drying up of the Euphrates opens up the north and the east.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's what it said, didn't
yeah.
it?
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So what is that telling us?
That they're going to march through.
They're coming through to
Israel. Mm.
Israel's the biggest trouble causer in the world.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right, so
Mm.
we're looking at this prophecy. Mikey, you're next.
Verse 5. All of them were handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. All of them with shield and helmet.
So where's Persia? That's
Iran.
Turkey. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Turkey and Iran.
Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah.
And Libya, where's that?
Euphrates is in Libya, isn't it?
Libya is one of the countries
North
surrounding
Africa.
it.
Yeah, where is Libya?
It's North Africa, the other side of Egypt.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm.
So it's down there.
Yeah.
You know where Israel comes down?
Yeah.
And then there's Egypt, and it goes up to Africa, North Africa, Morocco.
Of course, yeah.
So
Libya.
Libya's there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Just so we know.
As well as Ethiopia,
Yeah.
right there too.
Yeah. And we're looking at the map, saying, right, these are all going to what?
March against.
Israel.
And we know, because we've studied the Revelation from back to front, we know what he's going to do with them.
Yeah, we do.
They're all part of Gog Magog.
Yeah.
Gomer,
Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee.
what verse are you reading?
6.
6, all right.
And now 7. And be thou prepared, and prepare for yourself, you and all your company that are assembled unto you, and be you a guard unto them.
Right, so Gomer and all its bands, the house of Togarmah, from the far, this is verse 6 on the other side, far north, and on its bands, many peoples with you. Be ready, prepare yourself, you and all your assemblies, that all that are assembled to you, and you shall be a guard for them. Yeah, go on.
After many days you shall be visited. In the latter years you shall come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people, against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, but it is brought forth out of the nations, that they shall dwell safely, all of them.
Read the other one. After you, after many yeomen.
Now after many days, Yamim, you shall be called up. In the latter years you shall come into the land of those brought back from the sword, and gathered from many peoples on the mountains of Israel, which had been a continual waste. But they were brought out of the nations, and all of them shall dwell safely. I'll just do the last bit.
So what do you get out of that part, those 4 verses?
Yeah.
What's he saying?
I was getting the
Prophecy, the prophesier, what's he saying?
There's going to be great turmoil, so get ready. There's always these factions are going to come against his people.
I was getting the vibe that they're coming back from the nations.
You are?
Yeah, as I was reading, after many days you shall be called up. He's talking to the Jews.
So what's that mean, virtually?
You'll be called up. You'll be summoned. In the latter years you shall come back into the land of those.
So what we've got to understand is the latter years.
Well,
Does that mean these years? Or does that mean,
After.
in their time? Is it talking about them
being restored?
Yeah, coming back to Israel? Is that talking about them coming back to Israel?
I feel like it's actually talking about them coming back to Israel to do the rest of the prophecy, the rebuilding of the temple. That's what
Well, that's a good point.
this is referring to.
What do you guys think of that?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
Therese
that
is saying?
sounds good.
Or you're just going along with it, or do you really have an opinion?
No, just because it says they're coming back doesn't mean they're coming back righteous, doesn't mean they're coming back as my chosen people. It just means they're coming back. Maybe they're coming back to cause trouble.
Well, to do what? Not
Usher
cause
in
trouble.
the end times.
No.
I don't know. Set up
In that
worship.
time, you're
In
talking
that
about that time or now?
I was talking about now.
Are you?
Weren't you?
No,
In
I
that
was
time,
talking about when they actually returned.
Oh, from
In the
Ezekiel.
time
Yeah,
of the prophecy.
I get it. Yeah,
built
yeah.
the temple
Yes,
and
Mm.
they
Before-
all came back.
before.
In the time
Yahusha
of the
came.
prophecy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
brilliant. Yeah.
That's
Of
what
course.
it's talking about.
Mm. Yeah, that's better.
Because he had to bring them back in order for that temple to be rebuilt so he could do what he had to do there.
So why did you bring in the now, what they're doing now?
Oh, I was just, off with the birds.
Oh, that's all right. You're talking about what AI says is going to happen.
I was thinking of the future, but not literally, like, because
All the Jews have come back to the land now, haven't they?
because all this, they have all this swords and turmoil and everything. That's what Babylon put on them. So that happened. Babylon is technically north as well, so it could have very well happened, as you say. They came back to build the temple again.
Well, then Herod rebuilt.
Yeah.
And it says on there that the land was made beautiful again.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the Romans saw what Herod had done and the palace he'd built,
Mm.
and all the land was, beautiful and prosperous.
Yeah.
They wanted it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful.
And that's where they were brought out of the nations.
Mm.
They were brought out of the nations in order to do their specific task at that time.
Yes. Yeah.
But they weren't brought out of the nations from north and.
No.
No. No, not the
So
northern
what are we
tribes.
going to do with that?
Hmm.
Is that still part of the prophecy?
Well, technically, some of the northern tribes had already come back, and they had become part of the people they were fighting. Some of them. It wasn't just the Canaanites, Babylonians that they were fighting to build the temple, Nehemiah and all them. Some of them from Assyria had come back anyway, dribs and drabs. So it could be. Babylon could be Gog of Magog, and all those people as descendants could be classified as those people. It could be very well relevant.
Well, we can go on.
Yeah.
Verse 9, Vicky.
And thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands, and many people with thee.
Thou and all thy bands. Not thou, thou.
Thou.
Meaning them.
Yeah.
Thou. And many people with thee.
Mm.
And you shall go up, coming like a storm, covering the land like a cloud, you and all your bands and many peoples with you. That sounds a bit like today, what all the different nations are going to come. Let's go on.
Yeah.
Then,
That's you, Victor.
Thus saith the Alahim, Yahuah Alahim, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil, and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods, that dwell in the midst of the land.
Okay, so what do you gather in those four voices? What verses? What's happened?
When it, yeah, you go, Victor.
They're plundering other villages. They're going through and gathering more things to take with them.
Israel didn't do that when they came back to the land. They didn't plunder, did they?
No.
No, they were just trying to.
Get there.
They were told no outsiders were allowed to help them build it. It had to be set apart.
Yeah, I mean getting there.
Yeah,
They
no, they
didn't
didn't.
plunder villages on the way.
No, they were
No.
protected.
Yeah.
No.
So
Yeah.
it's interesting.
When it said take a spoil, I was thinking of what Candace said in that video about all the different movements and how they took all the art and they took all the.
Yeah.
They're always taking a spoil.
But Israel did not do that.
Not right then, no.
No.
No. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it would have said that they did that, wouldn't
It
it?
says, and thou shalt think an evil thought, and that's why they wanted to. These people wanted to plunder.
Sorry, darling. Say
When
again.
it said that they came to pass the same time, that at the same time shall things come into their mind, and they shall think an evil thought, and that's where they went into the unwalled villages.
What verse is that?
10.
Thus said the Lord God, Yahuah Almighty, it shall come to pass that at the same time shall things come into my mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Next verse is it in. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that they are not now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered at the nations, all the gotten cattle goods. So it's the opposite to what I'm saying, is it?
I was thinking so, but now I'm looking at it, now that you've gone through it again, and I'm thinking when they went back to Israel from Babylon, there were no walls. Jerusalem had been destroyed. So they were living, the nomads and villagers were living in places that didn't have walls, bars or gates. And there's many ways to take a spoil. These Jews went back and they didn't come back with the, clean Torah. They came back with their Babylonian synagogue and their Pharisees, and there's many ways to take a spoil, to take prey.
So are we looking here at the Babylonians coming back?
No, the Jews.
Are the Jews coming back?
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at now.
Yeah.
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 You sure it's nobody else?
Who else could it be?
No one else came back.
I don't know.
Well, that's why I'm going through it, so we get it right.
No one else came back, but they didn't come back. They came back with similar beliefs to what got them kicked out in the first place.
Yeah.
They'd mixed it all with Babylonian stuff.
𝐾𝐂𝐿, you're next.
Sheba and
Dedan.
Dedan and the merchants of
Tarshish.
Tarshish, with all the young lions thereof, shall say unto thee, Thou art come to take a spoil. Hast thou gathered thy company to take a prey, to carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and goods, to take a great spoil? Therefore, Son of man, prophesy and say unto Gog, Thus saith Yahuah Alahim, in the day when my people of Israel dwelleth safely, shalt thou not know it. And thou shalt come from thy place out of the north parts, thou and many people with thee, all of them riding upon horses, a great company and a mighty army.
Coming from the north parts.
And thou shalt come up against my people of Israel, as a cloud to cover the land. It shall be in the latter days, and I will bring thee against my land, and the heathen may know me, when I shall be sanctified in thee, O Gog, before their eyes.
So is the Gog the one that's taking the spoils?
That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, it's Gog of Magog, so it's really hand in hand.
So it's not Israel.
No, it's not Israel taking.
Talking about Gog.
It's talking about the nations.
Yeah.
And it says in the latter days, so I'm starting to sway back to
Well,
last
I still
days.
stand by what I am saying, because if you think about it, they came back, and then what happened?
Well, the Romans eventually,
Exactly. And what did the Romans take? Their spoils.
everything.
They took everything that they could, and they were back into pretty much slavery in their own land.
And
So
that
the
could be
Romans
They were
came
preyed
from
on.
the north.
that could be considered the latter days, because John and all the other disciples, they believed they were in the last days.
Yeah,
They didn't know there was going to be another 2,000 years
exactly.
because of how bad everything was. So latter days could be, so you're right, it could be the Romans.
So
Interesting.
that's what I'm getting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that, darling, yeah.
Okay. We can ask AI a question here.
Yeah.
What?
Who was taking the spoil?
Yeah.
I just asked him.
Yeah.
The one taking the spoil in Gog and his vast coalition of armies.
Can't hear you.
The one taking the spoil is Gog and his
Yeah.
vast coalition of armies. The verses describes their motivation for invading Israel, which is to take a spoil and to take a prey from the people of Israel who have gotten cattle and goods. In essence, the passage portrays Gog's invasion as a greedy, predatory mission to plunder the wealth of a nation living in peace and security.
Meaning Israel.
Yeah. So is this after they built the temple?
Ask it.
Can you ask it, is this when Rome conquered in 70 AD? Very interesting.
The timing of Ezekiel 38 is subject to significant debate among the biblical scholars. The latter days, while the prophecy itself is set in the latter days, Ezekiel 38, 8 and 16, which points to a future end-time event, there is no single universally agreed upon historical placement. The main viewpoints on when this prophecy will be fulfilled are a past event. Some interpretations argue that the prophecy was fulfilled in the past, perhaps when the Scythians or other ancient invaders. However, the view struggles to align with the prophecy's description of Israel as a regathering nation living in security, a state that has arguably never been fully realised in the past. A future event? Most common view. The majority of commentators believe the prophecy is yet to be fulfilled. Within this view, there are several sub-theories about its specific timing. Before the tribulation, in the middle of the tribulation, and at the end of the tribulation.
So what AI is saying is that all of a sudden it's just future prophecy.
It's a future event, yeah.
This isn't happening where they're taking spoils. This isn't a time and space. It's just the future. So what's going on?
If the premise is that Israel has to be living in peace, united and in peace,
Well, they were.
that hasn't happened since Solomon.
Yeah, but they were when they were building the temple, weren't they? Weren't they happy?
Well, yeah,
Building the temple.
fighting off the enemy and building the walls and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, but then they built it all and
Was finished.
it was finished, and then they were living in peace.
But they never got round to doing the sacrifices again, did they?
No.
Ah.
Well, they were fully sacrificing everything by the time Yahusha came on the scene, and they weren't united because all the other tribes were still dispersed, but they were in peace, pretty much. But they weren't. It was only one tribe, really. It's just the Jews, Judah.
So who's the...
What's that mean?
tapping.
Oh,
You said it wasn't the Roman conquest of Judea.
No?
No, then it says
Well,
here's
what was
why.
it? If it's not the Roman conquest of Judea, ask what was it?
The reasons why it wasn't does not fit in the prophecy. The nations involved, the prophecy in Ezekiel 38 specifically, is a coalition of nations led by Gog from Magog, including Persia, modern-day Iran, Cush, Ethiopia, and Put, Libya, Gomer, and Beth Togarmah. These are the nations that compose the Roman army. The Roman conquest was a Roman operation, not a coalition to the specific nations mentioned in Ezekiel. That doesn't make sense.
Well, there's a big confusion in how they've delivered it, isn't there?
These are not the nations that compose the Roman army.
Well, you could fit them in if you wanted. Romans were everywhere.
The Romans conquered all the way down.
Yeah.
So therefore they would have been part of the Roman army.
Yeah, but they won't say it.
No, of course they won't. Because they won't tell the truth.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm still swaying till the end.
Hey?
I'm still swaying to the latter day, the end, because just because Israel comes back doesn't mean they're chosen or righteous.
All we're doing is checking it
I agree.
to see that it's right. We already know that Gog and Magog come against him and he deals with it,
Yeah.
going from the Revelation backwards.
Yeah.
So it's already happened and done and he's dealt
I
with
see
it.
what you mean.
But here's what they're saying
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
How they're using this prophecy.
Mm.
You know? Could be true.
I see.
But we know he's already dealt with it.
Yeah.
You know?
I see. So it's
No
got to be
problem.
it's got to be something that happens because he's going to deal with it.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. That's a big help.
So where are we up to? We've done 16?
I think so.
Where was that?
Last page.
16, 17, 18, 19.
What verse are we up to?
17.
17.
Sorry.
Thus says Yahuah Alahim, are you he of whom I have spoken in old time by my servants the prophets of Israel, which prophesied in those days many years that I would bring you against them? And it shall come to pass at the same time when Gog shall come against the land of Israel, says Yahuah Alahim, that my fury shall come up in my face.
So he's going to be furious. Yeah?
For in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel. so that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things that creep upon the earth and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence. And the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground.
We went through that, all the mountains in Revelation,
Yeah.
and our islands.
Mm.
Yeah, go on. It's Victoria, isn't it?
And I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, saith Alahim, Yahuah Alahim. Every man's sword shall be against his brother, and I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood, and I will rain upon him, and upon his bands, and upon the many people that are with him, an overflowing rain, and great hailstones, fire and brimstone. Thus will I magnify myself and sanctify myself, and I will be known in the eyes of many nations, and they shall know that I am Yahuah Alahim.
Mm.
Well, that's the end times. That's when Yahusha appears. That's the last days, I reckon. It's a prophecy of the latter days, the latter time.
Art thou he of who I have spoken in old times by my servants the prophets? So Yahuwah is saying this to who?
Oh, he's saying it to Ezekiel, who's supposed to pass it on to Israel. That stage, just the Jews.
In old times by my servants the prophets
Where's that?
of Israel, 17, which prophesied in those days many years that I would bring thee against them.
So the prophets told them,
So who's the thee?
Israel, against them, your enemy. Prophets told them, if you don't obey and, keep the Torah, etc., then you'll be cursed. Nations will come against you. I will bring you against them.
He'll bring
No,
God.
he'll bring the nations against them.
Thee is Israel.
Well, that's what's happening now.
Yeah.
The nations are going against Israel now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've made out that Israel's innocent.
Mm.
Do you see Israel innocent in this?
No.
So what's that verse 17 saying?
That I told you you're going to go against, that I'm going to bring you against them because of who you are. And even the next one that says, when that happens, I'll be furious. Doesn't mean he's not furious with them too. When they do come against you, my fury shall come up in my face. Yeah, it doesn't mean you're innocent though.
And thus said Yahuah Alahim, art thou he of whom I have spoken in the old time by my servants the prophets of Israel, which prophesied in those days many years that I would bring Israel against
them.
the nations.
Yeah.
Bring you against them. Are you the one I spoke of in former days by my servants the prophets of Israel, Yisrael? There's another confusion. Who prophesied for years in those days to bring you against them. So, looks like he's bringing Israel against them. Yahuwah is bringing Israel against the other nations.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's happening.
Now it is. Yeah.
It still doesn't mean that they're the like, even in 1948 or whenever it was that they went back to their land, it was only the Jews. They're still not a united. The other 11 or so tribes are still gone, so they're still not united.
Although so they're all coming back now.
Oh, they're all
Bloodlining it.
Yeah, of course. But you saw they can't even trace that anymore.
Yeah.
The records were wiped.
Yeah.
So that's all a farce. So just because all this might be happening in Israel and shaking the pot and everything doesn't mean they're the chosen people. Doesn't mean they're not still divorced.
So do you think we're having a problem because of the teaching that's in our heads, in our hearts? Can we be devoid of that and look at that verse 17 in Lou's version and say, okay, so he's going to bring Israel against all the nations, all these nations that are mentioned before?
I believe that. Yeah, I can see that. Totally.
So why would he do that to Israel when you look at it? Not looking at the knowledge we have, just looking at the relationship and history that we know. Why would Yahuah? Because we've seen that he's already dealt with it. They're all in a lake of fire. So we've got nothing to worry about. But we can see he's telling Israel, he's going to bring them against Israel.
Because he already divorced them and they kept going on with their belief. They kept wanting to be the chosen.
We'll make a statement here and now about what we believe about Israel and their relationship with Yahuah. Make a statement. What we believe.
That their covenant was broken when Yahuah divorced them and sent them into captivity.
And this is why we're looking at it in a different way, questioning everything that's out there.
And once their covenant was broken, it was not Yahuah didn't break it, they broke it. So it was broken and cancelled.
Yeah.
And from that time on, his presence was never with them.
So you can see they were doing idolatry and mixing it with Yahuah's word behind his back, but he could see, of course.
Yeah.
That's why he left the temple.
Yes.
Right? And divorced them, gave them a letter of divorcement. And they refused, even though they went into exile for 70 years, they refused to accept that they're still not his chosen people.
Yep.
So this is the query we have. This is our belief that we think, why don't you just die in a bum and realise he doesn't want you as a bride?
No.
Yeah.
And they're making up all these things, all these confusions to draw people in to who they say they are. And it's totally against his word and what he has actually done. And this is why we're looking at it the way we are.
Yeah.
So knowing that, and we see Israel's attempts coming back to the land, coming back, fighting wars, trying to declare that they are. She even says in where is that? She says, I'm not a widow, I'm no widow.
No.
Revelation.
I'm a
Revelation.
Yeah.
She said, I'm no widow, I'm a queen.
That was 17, wasn't it?
Yeah, what?
Yeah. Revelation 17.
If you want to look it up, brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
I'm a queen.
I will see no
I'm
sorrow.
a queen, I'm no widow.
Yes.
I see no sorrow.
Yeah. I'm not being punished.
No.
I'm being celebrated and blessed.
Yeah.
And yet, Revelation describes her sitting on the beast with a cup. and they're full of torment and disease and filth, wickedness. And that's what the nations are full of.
Yeah.
And it's all because of
Her.
who?
Israel. Absolutely.
Marky, how could you say
Cut off, divorce.
such a Candace thing?
Cut off, divorce. All the promises and prophecies and fulfillments are now in Yahusha and his new spiritual new covenant.
Well, if you have a good look at Israel as it stands today, it is the highest population of gay people in the world.
Yeah, it is.
That's idolatry. And
Pedophilia.
an abomination. They cover up pedophilia. They don't care about what is actually happening. So why would Yahusha want them?
No.
Hence the reason why he will bring further nations against them.
Yeah, so you can see their plan, how they want to build a false temple. Now let's look at the temple. That
Mosque?
Pattern?
Testament, the Old Testament,
Yeah.
covenant was cancelled.
Yeah.
So that means all that's cancelled, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that means what? They can't use it.
No.
And yet, what are they doing?
Trying to use it.
They're bringing the bring it all back, the feasts, the red heifer, the sacrifices. That's just a total insult to Yahusha.
Yeah. Cancelling everything that Yahusha came.
And this is his chosen people that they say they are. They say they're doing a righteous thing, yet it's a total insult and a lie.
Yeah.
It's a deceit. They want to bring all that back and make people labour underneath it. So they are supreme. So they rule the world. And they're going to set up this false Jesus, the false Messiah, Antichrist, who's going to come in.
Set apart place.
Yeah, that's the abomination of desolation, which is already in the people.
Yeah.
They all love Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Then we're going to see, of course, the real Yahusha. The sky is going to open and all the fakery, all the lights and things they've done, you know, with the
Holograms, lasers.
what do you call that?
Satellites.
Digital stuff.
Digital.
Yeah. All the knowledge of man is just revealed as what?
A lie.
And so who's the biggest liar with her cup?
Israel.
Israel.
She's sitting there on the beast.
Yeah.
It's an image.
So
It's a nation,
Yeah.
ruling nation, world government.
And she'll have to defend that, so she'll go to war against Yahusha.
What's going to happen? We've
Good luck.
seen all that.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you think we're living in that?
yes,
Being formed.
right in front of our eyes.
Right. So what's it say underneath? What's the gist of 18 to 23?
Israel's going to be shaken.
Who's going to be shaken?
Israel, the land, specifically the land, but
Right. Yeah.
the whole point of it is so that
What's he jealous about?
well, he's jealous of who they're worshipping and who they say they are.
In the fire of my wrath I have spoken. Who's it at?
Israel.
The Jews.
It's not actually at the nations that are coming against them.
Yeah.
It's at
And
the nation of Israel.
who's led the nations to do that?
He has.
Who?
He's using the nations. Yahusha is using the nations.
Yeah. Right. He changes their minds. They turn on the whore, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they come at who?
Israel.
You think?
Yep. I do.
Well, if you look at what's happening today, Israel's bombing this country and bombing that place and trying to get all the land in which they say is theirs,
Yes.
but don't give a rat's about anybody else.
Yeah.
It's only all about them.
Yeah.
And then they're crying.
They have
foul,
a right. They have a right
But
to
then
it.
they're crying foul.
Yeah.
And you've got people like the UN and the USA all coming to the party. Oh,
One world government.
Poor Israel,
Yeah.
poor Israel, poor Israel. Because we're the persecuted ones. Not you're the one persecuting others. So they're just trying
Deceit.
they're pulling
Great
the wool
deceit.
over everybody's eyes, saying we're the ones persecuted, not them.
Yeah.
Look at what they've done to us.
And we have the right to this land,
Yeah.
and you can't say we don't.
Yeah.
And the Muslims are wrong. They don't have any right, and they're proving archaeologically and all sorts of different ways, bringing down the Muslim religion. A lot of Muslims are becoming Christians at the moment. It's all breaking up. Everything's breaking up. Eh? All that's going on. So we've got all that happening. So the fishes of the sea and fowls of the heaven, the beasts of the field, and all creeping things that creep upon the earth, and all men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence, and the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground. So this is what he's going to do in his jealousy and his fire rage. And I will call upon a sword, which is what?
That's his word. It's a sword.
Against him throughout all my mountains. Against who? Saith the Lord, Yahuah Alahim. He's calling on a sword against him. Every man's sword shall be against his brother.
Well, that's happening.
Who's him? And I will call for a sword against him, and I shall call a sword against Gog on my mountains, says Adonai Yahuah. The sword of each one being against his brother. So it's Gog.
The text implies that all the judgment is coming on Gog and the nations because they dare come against the precious Israel, but I don't think it's that. It's been twisted.
And I shall judge him with the pestilence and blood and rain, down, flooding rain and hailstones, fire and sulphur on him and all his bands and all the many peoples who are with him. And I shall exalt myself and set myself apart, and I shall be identified in the eyes of many Goyim, and they shall know that I am Yahuah. Many nations, Goyim. So what do you get out of that?
All the nations that are following Yahusha, that following Israel, that are following Jesus, they're going to get this same punishment, same destruction. It's going to come on.
Israel are in a mixture. The mixture is in all nations. So he's going to come against everybody. That's what I'm getting. Not just Gog, but it's going to be all of them.
Yeah.
Well, Gog means nations.
Hmm.
So what you're saying is true.
Yeah.
So it's going to be against Israel, this one, that one, that one, that one. Everybody who does not follow Yahusha.
So how can we split it to understand it? That's the end times, definitely, most definitely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those last scriptures we read.
Yeah.
That's definitely
Yeah.
the end times.
Yeah.
So that's future prophecy there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know it's true because we've done the revelation backwards.
Yeah.
You can't. Sorry,
He
go on.
deals with it.
Yeah.
What's on your lap that's shiny and
Oh,
silver?
sorry, my phone.
Oh, it's right in my eyes, and I'm going, oh.
Like the light.
It's the light, mate. It's beaming.
I'm going, please, Mark, please.
You can't declare Israel as a sovereign nation. You can't declare the massacre and genocide of innocent women, children, people like that. You can't do that as a righteous nation because they're just taking what Alahim said to Joshua: go into the land and tell them to leave. And if they won't leave, slaughter them all. But this was all the generations had died off, and this was a righteous nation, actually righteous, going into into the land. They're not righteous nation now. They don't have no right to slaughter men and women and children. They're not coming in with any Torah, or they're not coming in with any real scripture. They're coming in with as you said, gay rights. They're coming in with all the abominations of the earth.
They haven't been a righteous nation
Ever.
Since.
Since Solomon.
Since I wouldn't even say since Solomon. Since they.
Oh, they were when Solomon first
At
started.
the beginning.
And then he went into sin and they all did.
Exactly.
That's it.
So it's like once that sin and
Lost
that
the power.
mixture and all of that crept back in,
Mm.
that's it.
Well, he put up with them for a long time because they were doing what his word said, but they mixed, and it got worse, and they ignored him, and they were in worshipping other gods in other rooms and keeping him separate.
Hmm.
So that's what went down.
Mm.
But when we look at it now, we can see from the beginning that we were in Ezekiel's time of Daniel, time in Babylon. They were taken away.
Mm.
And that was going on, and he got up and was told to prophesy, and this is going to happen. And in it, we can see what Yahuah is going to do to Israel.
Mm.
We can see, like, when he went back to heaven, Yahusha, he never became Yahuah again.
No.
He stayed as Yahusha.
Mm.
So we saw Yahuah totally dissatisfied with his nation, and so he left the throne, changed, and came to earth and became Yahusha.
Mm.
You know, and he worked out the plan of the change.
Yeah.
So here we have the change. Yahusha's didn't go back to heaven as Yahuah. He stayed as Yahusha,
Mm.
Yeah.
right? So then he felt disgusted with his people, and they still have been coming at him
Yeah.
with the worship that they want to do,
Yeah.
with the way of worship they want to do.
Yeah.
They want to have the mixture of what they had
Yeah.
in the beginning because they thought that was where the power was. They're not looking at pre-mixture.
That's right. Yep.
They're looking at
Yeah.
they're looking at pre-mixture. They thought that power that they had was that power.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When Yahusha's presence was there,
Mm.
they thought they had that power because of the mixture of their worship.
Yeah.
Mm.
You get that?
Yeah. They
Yeah.
haven't let go of their.
And so he's there in heaven. He's come back to the throne room. He's not become Yahuah. He's staying as Yahusha. He's looking at his people and he's working this way. And he told Ezekiel then what was going to happen in the future.
Mm.
Gog and Magog, and we can see what it all is.
Yeah.
We can see who they all are.
Yeah.
You know, the Euphrates River dries up.
Mm.
Here we are, we can see it's Russia and China
Yeah.
and the other nations that get caught up with them.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's usually that stream of nations along that river.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's how I'm looking at it. He's even at the end there, he said, this is what I'm going to do to Israel.
Yeah.
Yes. He even mentions Israel.
Well, I think so.
Yeah, it says that.
Don't you think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally.
I tried to summarise it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that summary?
Brilliant. That's exactly what it is.
I agree. That's the whole.
So we're satisfied that in the way they're using that prophecy for who?
Themselves.
No.
Oh, they're not using it for themselves. No, they're using it in order to control people, to make them believe that.
No.
World domination.
No.
For Satan?
Who are they doing it for? The people behind all this are?
Gog and Magog.
Well, they're doing it for Yahusha.
No.
To come against Israel.
Satan.
I don't know.
Israel.
Yeah. Israel's doing it for Israel.
That's why I said themselves.
Absolutely.
If we look at it, who's behind, who are the group behind all this confusion that's coming up? Who's the group behind it?
The Jews.
Jews.
Yeah, but who are they?
Oh,
Which group is pushing all this?
I don't know.
Zionists.
And it's come on much more, hasn't it?
I'm not
It's
sure.
come on much more. Israel is trying to get out of the situation she's in and be the top dog. And Yahusha's just leading her into that place where she's going to be trapped.
Yeah.
That's true.
Can't you see him?
Netanyahu.
No. Jesus Christ, the false Messiah, the Spirit, the false Messiah is walking out the front of the temple, the new temple they've built.
Yeah.
And he's looking down at the people, and then all of a sudden the sky opens and there's Yahusha on the side of his horse. So, hey!
Hello there.
The big trumpets blast.
Yeah.
And all going to happen the right way,
Yeah.
the right time.
Yeah.
So she's trying to wipe out Yahusha,
Yeah.
Israel.
Yeah.
Accepts, but doesn't accept. Because the Old Testament's higher
Yes.
than his New Testament.
Yeah.
So it's a massive confusion. Are you guys confused about anything?
Not really.
You sure?
You
Positive.
can just see that Israel's behind all that, but Yahusha's drawing them to a corral where they're going to be.
So you reckon you guys can stand no matter what comes against you on this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because imagine if they knew that everything they're fighting and warring over, this presence and this status and this divine fire, imagine if they knew you can have it. You can access the throne room. You can hear him. Obviously, those who want world domination and power and money, they won't care. They'll try and shut that down as they do. But I mean, the genuine few, imagine if they knew that everything this is talking about, this divine real estate, you're it. You know,
Who came up with divine real estate amongst us?
you, mate.
No.
Oh,
You did.
you in the portal.
No.
Oh, divine real
You
estate.
got the portal.
I didn't know what I had though. You embellished it.
Okay, but
Yeah.
who got the divine real estate?
That was me.
Right.
Yeah.
So in this discussion, you're bringing everything around to what we know that you discovered through Yahusha.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What do you think about you doing that at the end of this video? What do you think about that?
Oh, it's a
That
bit
you're
pathetic.
drawing?
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic.
Why are you doing that when you can just go along with it?
Yeah.
You want to make a point about the divine real estate that you got from Yahusha and throw that at the end of this study.
Yeah.
So that's the point.
Yeah.
I don't mind going along with it and saying that's the point, but is it?
That's not the point.
Yeah, well,
No.
why are you going there?
It's fine.
You're in front of your audience
That's
now.
fine, mate.
You're caught.
What's new? That's all right.
Yeah, well,
I get it. Yeah, that's all right.
You realize. I want you to realise what you're doing. I
Yeah.
don't think it's necessary
Yeah.
because we already faced. You got that point. So many times you've been bringing that point up as though you don't think we accept that. We all do, and we think it's wonderful.
Brilliant.
It's divine real estate, and you keep pushing that.
Because they don't.
Eh?
They don't.
Yes, they do. They've heard you say it a million times.
Well, they're still warring and
What?
they're still poo-pooing it and saying it's
No,
Israel.
they're not. They don't
12
even talk
tribes
to
and-
us. Mark, they don't poo-poo anything we say.
Yeah, I don't have to harp on it.
They don't
I get it.
even talk to us.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
You know, until we're, I don't think we'll be powerful enough until we get through these things.
Yeah,
We get through
I
what
agree.
comes at us. But
Mm.
we're recording everything Yahusha throws at us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just saying to you, do you have to put yourself through that all the time?
No,
Yeah?
it's
I
done.
wish you would stop doing that
Yeah,
because you're already accepted. We love you.
yeah,
And we really are appreciative
Yeah.
of your input.
yeah. Okay.
Without those things about the eye,
Yeah,
die to the eye.
yeah. Okay.
I don't want to hurt you or upset you, but
That's good.
I want you to stop it.
Yeah,
Stop drawing attention to yourself
yeah.
because we want to focus on
Yahusha.
all of us.
Yeah,
And that just draws away and you go, oh, Mark's going on about the real estate again.
yeah.
I don't want you to be there or us to be there. I want
Mm.
you to bring it out, talk about it, and
Yeah.
end it.
Yeah, I
You know?
agree, mate.
And that's about everything in life.
Yeah,
That's what we've got to be. So that's why I'm saying to you,
stick with the point at hand.
you might be tested on this
Yeah,
by something might come up and you might be tested on it
yeah.
and you might have to explain it. You might have to say it.
Hmm. That's
So you've
true.
got to be able to explain why you believe. What do you believe about Ezekiel 38? What do you see in what the prophecy says and what's being done about it,
Hmm.
including AI?
They've all been brainwashed, and they all.
How have they been brainwashed? Like somebody might ask you this.
Yeah.
How have they been brainwashed, Mark?
Well, you can see just from the few sermons we've watched, they're all rallying around this.
Oh, yeah.
12 tribes are going to come back, and
Mhm.
even though we're Christians, they say we need to start accepting these people.
Yeah.
The Messianics and natural already bow down to them. Well,
Mm.
the Christians and the Muslims, we all need to accept these chosen people because look, Scripture says they're the bomb.
Yeah.
They're the chosen. There. If
They're
we're
not-
not in line with this, then we're not going to make it either.
Yeah. So make it short, concise.
Mm.
How are you going to express this?
Mm.
Ezekiel 38. What do you see? Make it short, concise, bang, bang, bang.
Israel comes back. Israel's disobedient. Political nations, Gog and Magog, Russia, China, all of them hate them. Things are going to go on. There's going to be a war. They're going to set up their temple. If there's enough time, they're going to set up their false Messiah. They're going to bring Jesus in, and
They've already brought Jesus in.
He's
Yeah.
already there.
yeah,
He's accepted in the new temple.
That's it. So,
exactly right.
so you look at it and you go, okay, first, false Messiah, that's Jesus. Second, Israel trying to conquer everybody.
Yep.
Yeah,
Third, Russia and China and the nations closest to the Euphrates are all going to
What's the
invade.
foundation of Russia and China origin? Who opened up China?
No idea.
British.
What religion are the British?
Christian?
Christian.
Who opened up Russia?
No idea.
What basic religion
Christian
underneath?
Orthodox. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's Jesus, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Controlling those
Yeah.
nations.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think about it.
Yes.
That's true.
Christianity is wanting to get rid of Islam,
Mm.
and so are the Jews.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they can build the temple.
Mm.
So they've got to bring, they're all working to bring, the Jews are working on Christianity to bring down the temple
Mm.
Yeah.
so they can build their temple.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's happening. They say they can do it in about 9 weeks, and Yahusha's
Mm.
coming. So they said the Antichrist is going to be there for a little while. So
Mm.
it must be.
Quick.
Soon.
Soon.
Quick. Soon. Yeah. Soon.
Must be close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's close.
So how have you finished? Yeah, good points. What do you think?
The prophecy that came through Ezekiel was talking about Israel and the punishment that Yahusha is going to bring on Israel, and yet
They can't see it.
the Christians are saying that they're wanting to draw all people, all the nations, all Christians to come, and everyone to come to Jerusalem because Jesus is going to descend on the mountain and appear, and
That's
this
right.
is what they're bringing everyone into, and not seeing the truth of this prophecy where Yahusha is drawing everyone, all the nations, and cornering them all so that they'll be destroyed.
Now, I just love the way the Spirit has just put all
Mm.
this together in each and every one of you. He's opened you up
Yeah.
to understand, and you can express it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, we're talking
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
We're really in the Spirit. Yahusha's here,
Yeah.
just opening us up and showing us. That was wonderful.
But
I love that.
brought it all out through the understanding.
Well, that's what all the teaching's been about,
Yeah.
getting all the basic patterns down.
Yeah.
And then you've all got those basic patterns, and now he's just influencing
Yeah.
you all. He's the greatest influencer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
That's cool. I love
Amazing.
Okay?
it. Mm.
Thank you,
Well done.
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Love you. Bye.
Love you.